Hey, Fitness Foundations. Let's do another intro to bar type class today. So I am actually in a little bit of a different location. So I'm going to do it today with the chair, but I do have my mat and I do have a ball and I do have a band. If you have any of those, this is a loop band. It looks like this. Or if you have one of these balls, that's great. Please use that. If you don't, no problem. You can use a pillow. So just even a couch pillow works. Something like this, maybe something a little bit smaller. Even if you have something even a little bit smaller than this, that's great. Grab that too. You can use it as well. So this is an intro to bar. It's just kind of the foundations of bar. So we'll go over the stuff. Put on some music if you want to. Bar is generally done with music, but I'm going to just keep it without for today as we still go over it. And maybe next time we do it, we'll add in some music to it. So take your legs nice and wide. And you're just going to start by circling the hips a little bit. And breathing. So we're just warming it up, circling the hips. Great. And let's take it the other way. Little circle, warming it up. Awesome. Good. And take it back to the center. We're going to move the legs closer together and take the arms out. You're going to start marching right and left. When you bring the leg up, see if you can point through the ankle. So that's a little bit of a point in the toe. You're activating the core to lift the leg up. Exhale. Notice how my head and my tailbone are in a straight line. Stay in that straight line. Exhale. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start to bring the arms up over the head and then you pull them down. So up over the head, pull them down. Looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's add in together the arms with the legs. So when the arms go down, the leg comes up. When the arms go up, the leg comes down. So arms go down, leg comes up, arms go up, leg comes down. So try it. 1, down, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, point the toe, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Let's speed it up. So arms up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take a moment. Shake it out. Awesome. Let's roll down and up the spine. So you drop your head. You roll down. Reach for the toes. You bend the knees. You drop your tailbone. You roll up. Great. Let's do that 3 more times. Roll down. Bend the knees. Reach for the toes. And roll up. You do not have to touch the toes. Roll down. Bend the knees. Really drop the tailbone here. Feel like you can stack your vertebrae. And roll up. 1 more time. Down. Bend the knees. Drop the tailbone. And roll up. High five hands. So just like jazz hands. High five hands. You do a little push. Right, left. Right, left. Push, 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 push. Side, side. You're only moving your floating ribs. So here's your floating ribs and above. Your hips stay steady. And it's like you're high-fiving someone on either side of you. Really close. Way closer than 6 feet. So you wouldn't be doing this right now in this time. Little twist, 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 twist. High five, high five. Notice how my hips don't really move. So even if you put your hands here, that's where the twist is happening. These are your oblique muscles. That's what we're working. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. We're going to take your shoulders up to your ears and drop them down. Up to your ears and drop them down. 3 more. Up, down, 2, just let them go. 1, and release. Nice. Last thing we'll do is a head look. You're just looking right and left. Let's do it on the count. So it goes right, center, left, center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 more. 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's look up and down to the center also. So it goes up, center, down, center, up, center, down, center, up, center, down. Last time, up, center, down, center. Great. Let's go into the plank. So plank is a great way to warm up for bar exercises. So what you do is first we'll come to a tabletop position. Here you're going to take your hands and they're right below, your shoulders are right below your wrists, and you're going to tuck your toes behind you. Engage your core. You want to straight back right here. Pull the navel to the spine. If this feels like it's too much, you can drop the knees but still pull the navel in to the spine. Or maybe you want to come to the forearm plank if it's hurting your arm, your wrist. Forearm plank here. Or on the knees. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the knees down and stretch back in this nice child's pose. Drop your head and just breathe. Big inhale and big exhale. Slowly roll it up. We're going to learn a new plank type bar exercise. So you're coming to whatever the plank is. And what you do is you lift the back leg up behind you and you point the toe. So you can be in this knee position and do it here. You could be in a modified plank position, do it here, or a full plank. So you lift the leg up and you point the toe, shoulders over wrist, and you start to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. 8, 9, 10. Other side. Take it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees go down and sit back. In a child's pose, if this hurts your knees in any way, you're just going to come to this tabletop, drop your head and tailbone and do some little cat-cows. You can do this too, even if it doesn't hurt your knees to be in child's pose. And up. Great. So those are some planks that are used in bar. We're going to do both of them one more time. So we're going to do the regular plank, hold for 20, come down, and then we're going to do the plank, one leg up, 10 pulses, switch legs, 10 pulses, and then come down. Choose your plank. I'm going to show it on a forearm this time. So shoulders are over wrist. If you have any shoulder injury, you're going to clasp your hands. Your feet are behind you. Engage your core. Point your toe. Remember, it just goes 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch. If you need to modify, just drop a knee down. Keep your head and tailbone straight line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Put the knees down for a moment. Now let's hold the plank for 20 seconds. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo, you're done. And breathe. Deep breath. Walk your hands up. Let's take a cow-cow all together. Shoulders are over wrist. Drop your head, tailbone. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. And inhale. Great. Go on kneel if you can, if that feels comfortable to you, or you can stand. We're going to stretch your arms. Right arm goes behind left. Sit up nice and tall. Or stand up nice and tall. Left arm goes behind right. Goalpost and little squeeze. Lift your heart to the ceiling. Awesome. I'm going to do one more ab exercise. This is also a really great exercise to do if you're working for balance or if you are pregnant. So you come to your tabletop position like we just found. You're going to extend your left leg and you're going to extend your left leg and you're going to extend your right arm. They both go down towards the ground 1 or 2 inches and come right back up. Try to get your bicep by your ear by relaxing your shoulders. If your shoulders tense to get the bicep up by the ear, only lift as high as you can that the shoulder doesn't tense. So let's do 10 right here. Left arm, right arm, left leg. Here we go. 10, 9, keep your back straight. 8, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do the other side. So, again, it's up so that the back is straight, and then the arm goes out, bicep by ear. If it makes you tense in your trapezius, that's the upper part of the neck, lower the arm. So keep the back straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're doing awesome. 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Let's stretch your wrists because those are used a lot in bar. Sit back or stand up or come to kneeling. You're going to take your hands together like this, and you're going to make little figure eights like this. One way and the other way. Good. And again, back and this way. Just little figure eights. Awesome. Stretch it out. Good. Great. Let's get into some bar leg stuff now that we've warmed up the core. So if you have a chair, please grab a chair. It can be this size. Or you can come to a wall if you have a wall. And if you happen to have a bar, that's great. You can do this on a bar. Even if you have a bar in your kitchen or something like that. We're going to go over a pretty basic bar exercise. And that's the heels together, the toes apart. So I'm going to show you here. Heels together, toes apart. It looks like this. Grab onto your bar with your right hand. And then see if you can lift your left arm using your back, not your shoulder. So if I were to use my shoulder, I'd lift it up like this. So I'm not. I'm trying to use my back. Reach to your fingertips. What you're doing is you're going to squeeze your glutes and go up onto the tiptoes and come right back down to the heels. 1, 2, 3. As you go up and down, make sure that the ankles are staying in a straight line with the second and third toes. So there's a tendency sometimes to go into the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot when you go up and down. Make sure you're staying on the very center of the foot. That's the ball. The way you know that is are the ankles going in a straight line up and down? Are you squeezing your inner thighs when you come down and squeezing your glutes the entire time? If this arm gets tired, you can take it right here. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. So that's going to work your calves. So we'll take a quick calf stretch. You bend your knee and you stretch your leg behind you. You can give a little push here into the bar. Deep breath. Awesome. Let's switch to the other side. Bend your knee. Little stretch. Okay, let's do it one more time. We're going to do 20 all together. Get in your position. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Great. If at any time that hurts your knee, you might want to come up a little bit smaller, just off your knees, or you might want to stay there and maybe do some little bending of the knees, little plies. That's fine. So actually the next thing we're going to go over are plies. So if you want, you can switch the position of your bar, taking your hand to the other side and opening. So I'm going to switch my position. Or you can turn the camera around so that now we're using your right arm and your left arm is on the bar. So you get to use the right arm too. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees, just a tiny bend. And you pull your navel in and you squeeze your inner thighs and you squeeze your butt. So I'm going to show it to you from behind. Bend, squeeze. Bend, squeeze. That's it. When your knees bend, they go in the direction of your second, your third toe. Your arms out. Let's do 20. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, nice and small, 14, 13, 10, keep breathing, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. So if you have a ball or if you have a pillow, I'm going to show you a way you can make it a little bit harder. So you can place the pillow or the ball in between your inner thighs. You just do a tiny bend and you squeeze. You might have to hold the pillow if your pillow might fall because it's not the same as the ball. If you have a smaller pillow, you might be able to actually stick it here like this and do it like a ball here. But you probably want to hold it with your hand just like this. Keep it in that position and you just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. But with the ball, it looks like this. So the ball is actually what we use in a barre class. You put it in your high inner thighs, so pretty up high, above your knees, way above your knees. So make sure you're not touching the knee. Even if it's just a little bit above it, it's got to be above the knees. And then you bend just ever so slightly so the ball doesn't fall. And then you give it a big squeeze to try to come to straight. If your knees don't come to straight, that's fine. But it's as straight as you can get it while squeezing the ball. Let's try 20, 20. 19. If you have the pillow, you can just hold it. And you also can do this without any of them if you want to. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going. 6. You're doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was amazing. Good. So take a moment and just shake it out. You can move the ball out. It will start to work here and here. So this is working your ab and adductors. Great. We're going to stay here before we move and get a little bit more work. But this time, let's take your hand right here to your hip. So your left hand is on the bar and your right hand's on your hip. We'll come up onto the tiptoes like we did before, but now we're going to squeeze your heels together and bend your knees ever so slightly. This is also a very famous barre exercise. It's called the high V. Little touch right here. Let's stay here. The heels are up and the feet are together. When the heels are together, you want to make sure that the knees are going over your second big toe. Take a moment, look down, just make sure they're doing that. Now the heels stay together. There's the very important part. You bend the knees about 1 inch, and then you just come up 1 inch. The heels never come apart. So you go down to where you feel like it's as low as you can go, but you're not going past a 90-degree angle. So not super bendy, just a little tiny bit. Trust me, it will work. And then you go up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Up 1 inch and down 1 inch. It's very small, just up, down, up, down. Yeah, perfect. If this gives you any pain in the knee, you can do this as we just did it on the ground, just going a little bit slower and not coming fully to a squeeze. So just up, down, down. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it the other way. I'm just going to turn around. You can turn around too or move your bar. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Keep the heels together. 7, 6. The heels never come apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. One more thing you can do in this position, and again, that's with the bar, with the ball, or that's with the pillow. So if you have a smaller pillow, like for example, this one's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit easier to use for things like this. So I'm going to show you with this small pillow. So we do it the exact same way that we did it before. You stick it here in between the legs. So keep it tight. You squeeze the pillow. It's just 1 inch. Up, 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 up. Tiny bend in the knees, tiny squeeze. Now you're trying to go to straight. Up, up. I'm going to show you with the ball. Heels together, heels stay together, ball goes in between, same place, up, up. So you notice that now our emphasis is up and we are squeezing. The emphasis before was down and we weren't squeezing. So that changes things when you put an object here, like the ball or the pillow. Keep squeezing. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Let's turn around and do it the other way. Let's do 15 the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, that was a little bit more than 15. Oh well, that happens sometimes. All right, let's take a moment and breathe. Stretch it out right here. So you're going to stretch your quad by bringing your heel to your butt and pulling here. It's okay if you don't come all the way straight. It's okay if you're here. Just try to get your head and tailbone straight. You can use the bar, chair, wall for balance. Other side. Awesome. So bar is all about burning out muscles. So we work at one muscle group and then we work it again and again, like we've been doing. So we're going to do one more typical bar exercise that we do at the bar. So grab your chair or bar and take it nice and wide. You don't need a pillow, you don't need a ball this time, but you're going to take your feet nice and wide. See how my feet are very wide? They're wider than my shoulders. They're wider than my hips. When I bend my knees, my knees go over my ankles. I have to even open a little bit further if I'm going down all the way down here. When I come up, I squeeze my glutes. I come all the way up straight. We do this slowly. Extend the arm. Whatever arm is on the bar is fine. Or you could have both your arms out extended and try it's a little bit harder here. So we're bending. 1, 2, come up, straight, 2. 1, 2, come up, straight, 2. Down, 2, come up straight. Let's add the arms. As you go down, they stay out. As you go up, they go over the head. Down, out, up, over the head. Down, down, up, over the head. Palms face the front, palms face each other. Shoulders stay down. 1, 2. Feet are planted firmly on the ground this entire time. Now this is the last one we'll do. 1, 2, we're going to go back to our starting position. Maybe arms are here, or you can have it here. Taking it 1 tiny inch down. So from here you go down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. As you do this, you're pushing into the ball of the foot, you're pushing into the heel. You can bring your hands here too. It's going to give a lot of work here. Some work here, and maybe some on the top of the thighs. That's the idea. Make sure your knees are still going in this towards the direction of the second and the third toe. Down, up, down, up. 10 more. 9 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Woo! Let's do it one more time. Face the other direction or put your other hand on the bar. Arm is out. Here we go. Bend the knee. Get down, and you're going up and down first. Arms over the head and down. Or you can leave one hand on the bar for your balance or chair and just do the arm here. And down. Nice and slow. You don't want to take this one too fast. Up and down. Up and down. For 4. 4 and down. For 3 and down. For 2 and down. For 1. Let's stay down right here. And this is your inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Down, up, down, up. 10 more. 10. 9. You can be here. 8 right here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Stand it up. Nice. Let's take a different kind of stretch. Your feet are nice and wide. Your toes face me. Again, nice and wide. Wider than shoulders, wider than hips. Bend one knee as you lean your pelvis backwards. So it's like you're going to sit on something behind you. That means that the knee does not pass over your toes. That's not here. That's way too far in front of you. It's a tiny bend to the knee, and the pelvis goes backwards. And you're just going to stretch right here. It's going to stretch your inner thigh right through here. And breathe. Great. Let's switch to the other side. Little stretch right through here. Awesome. So that's some work that you can do with a chair, a bar, or a wall. So now we're going to get into some ways that you can use your arms, actually using a bar, a wall, a chair, or maybe even if you have something like this that's a table, you could use it also. So I'm going to show you some different ideas. So in a bar class, we actually put our hands onto bar and we do push-ups, but we're modifying things now at home. So you could use a chair, but if you use a chair, make sure that your wrists are going in the direction of the chair when you push up, out and in. It's a little bit harder if you're pushing into a chair this way. It might be too intense on the wrist. So since this is a rounded chair, I'm going to do it that way. Now if you have a flat chair, you might be able to do your hands like on a bar, but I'm using a rounded chair, so I'm just showing an example of if the chair is not exactly like a bar. So just like a plank position, you want to get your shoulders right here over your wrist and you're in the straight line, just like we practice on class. Now you pull your navel in like I did a little bit and squeeze your butt. So maybe a neutral spine's here. We're just adding in this little squeeze of the butt, pulling the navel in. So it is a tiny, tiny little tuck. And then you're bending your elbows out to the side and straight. Bend and straight. Bend and straight. If it hurts your Achilles or if you don't want to be up on your toes, walk your feet a little bit closer. Again, get in a straight line. Bend your knees a tiny bit. Get this tiny tuck and bend and straight here. Good. The tuck is just there to help squeezing the glutes, keeping the back from overarching. And step down and up. Perfect. Let's do 10 together. I'm going to show you one more time how you can do it on something like flat or a wall. So you can come here flat, your hands are flat, your feet are behind you, same thing. So find what you can do and let's do 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Great. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Take it off and take a moment and stretch. Good. One arm is over the other. Deep breath and the other side. So if you're at a wall, for example here, your hands would be on the wall and you'd have a tiny little bend in your elbows just like that. Now we're going to do what's called push-up pulses. So get into your push-up position and do a tiny, tiny bend. You do this down an inch, up an inch. So it's a really tiny pulse. It goes a little bit faster. So bend your elbows so you think it's starting to really work your biceps and your pecs. And now we go down an inch, up an inch. And I'll count for us. Let's do 10. 10, 9, down, up 8, down, up 7, down, up 6, down, up 5, down, up 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, maybe you want to stretch it out here by stretching your back. You can bend your knees and drop your head. Deep breath. Great. Since the pulse is so popular in bar, we're going to do that bar pulse one more time. A little bend in the elbows. So find your bar or wall, bend your elbows a tiny bit, and here we go. It goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and breathe. Whew, awesome. So just like in any bar class, we want to burn out the muscles. So we usually do arms and then a little bit more of arms. So this is called distal arms, and that's because the arms are far away from the body distally. So if you could take your arms out to a T, you don't need weights for this. And you're just going to hold it here. And what we're doing is we're going to go down an inch and up an inch. See how small that is, down and up. And we're going to do it pretty quickly. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Usually this is done to the BPM of 125. So if you give that idea, it's like techno. So that's how fast we're going to go. Let's do it for 32. Here we go. Get your arms out, get your shoulders relaxed. Arms can be a little bit lower if that helps to relax right here. And let's do 32, nice and fast. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Hold it here on this 32. Often bar instructors will tell you to hold when you're not ready for it. An isometric hold is also a really big, important part of bar. Let's hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Great. So a lot of times we'll do that in different positions. So you had your palms down. Now let's turn the palms and face me. Strong fingers. So don't let the fingers flop. Strong thumbs too. They're reaching up. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You can be down here if it feels like it's too much in your trapezius. That's the top here. You can always do this low to make sure that you're trying to work through these muscles and not these muscles up here. So get your position. 32. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 30. Hold it right here. Hold, 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 hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job. All right, we have 2 more positions. The next one is palms up. So we had palms down, palms face me. This one's palms up. Your elbows can be slightly bent. You don't want to lock out. There's a locked out arm. If you can see, my elbow is really locked in. It's pushed into place. You always want a little tiny bend. And sometimes the bend isn't even that noticeable to the eye. So never lock it out too much. In this position, palms up. Or really any position that you're doing. All right, 32. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Hold, 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 hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Are you ready for the last position? So the last position is palms face back. So that's one of the hardest positions to find. So I'm going to get close so you can see this. So my palms will face around back. So you had here, and see if you can externally rotate, but watch when I externally rotate. I'm not moving my shoulder forward or back. It's just my arm. So maybe your external rotation looks a little bit different than mine. That's okay. You can do this lower, up high. Sometimes it's hard to not round in the shoulders, and you can get the external rotation a little bit more when you're lower. It's one of the harder positions. I'm going to do it a little bit closer to you here, but you do not need to be on your knees. I just want you to be able to see my arms. 32. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Hold, 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 hold. Yay. Okay. Awesome. Good job. So let's take a little bit of an arm stretch again. Whew. Arm over. Deep breath. Other way. Arm over. Deep breath. Awesome. So we're going to do some leg stuff on the ground today. Since in the early one we did some leg stuff standing. So we'll take it down to the ground. You do not need your chair, so you can move your bar, your chair out of the way, and let's take it down. All right, so we're going to work on some side of the legs. So you're going to come all the way down to the ground. Now here's a time when you can use that band. So if you have a loop band, go on and start with the easy just so you can get used to this, and take it right here around your thighs, just like this, right here. Great. And you're going to lay down on the ground. Now if you have a chair or if you have a pillow, place it right here underneath your ribs. So here you can also place the pillow either side that you have underneath your ribs. And that's going to help for you to stay up here in this straight position. Your shoulder is in over your elbow and your head is in line with your tailbone. Now if this still feels uncomfortable to you, you can lay all the way down. Just make sure that your head and tailbone are in a straight line. Your knees can be a little bit in front of you, that's fine. Your feet in line with your butt, that's totally okay. Or your knees can be a little bit behind you, but that's a harder position, just to let you know. Okay, so I'm going to show with this right here, ball right underneath your ribs. And what you're doing is you're going to lift up your top leg. If you have the band on, that's great. And you're going to take your heels together just like we did before. So heels are together. Now if you can and you want to, you can lift up your bottom leg. It makes it a little bit harder. But that's a very advanced, so if you have the band on, you might want to start with the feet on the ground. We've got these little clamshell pulses. So you go up to where it's already hard. Watch how I put my hand right here on my hip. It stays over the hip. And you just go up an inch and down an inch. With the band on, it makes it even harder, so you don't have to use a band. We're going to do 3 minutes on one leg and 3 on the other. A lot of times in bar, you do one leg and then you do the other to burn it out. But we'll do different positions. So stick with me. Get here. Engage your core. Head and tailbone long. And let's go start for 20 pulses. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Do it on my timing. 14, 13, 12. Bar is a lot about timing. 10, 9, 8. You're doing awesome. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. We'll drop for 2. 1, 2, lift up. 1 and 2. So it's halfway full, halfway up. That's 2. Up, that's 3. 1, 2, 1. That's 4. 1, 2. Up, that's 5. 1, 2. Up, that's 6. 1, 2. Up, that's 7. 1, 2. Up, that's 8. Up, that's 9. You're doing great. That's 10. That's 11. Relax your shoulders, relax your head. Again, if it's too much to be up here, lay down, but you have to be in a straight line. So see how my gaze is out here? That's a straight line. So if you need to move yourself so you can see me, keep your head and your tailbone in a straight line. You've got 5. Up. You've got 4. Up. 3. Here we go. Almost to the next one. 2. Beautiful. 1. Awesome. Your straight leg goes straight out. Your bottom leg stays bent, and you start to lift up an inch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be feeling here and here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hold it up here on 20. You're going down. Down and up. So it's just slow down, slow up. We're just going to do 10 of these. 10 and up. 9 and up. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Hold it here. What you're doing is forward and back. This is a little bit harder. So if you want to take the ball, put it in front of you, make it a little bit harder. You're going to put your hand on the bar, straight line. Forward and back. Here's an advanced move. Forward and back. Push the ball down. Forward and back. No ball, no worries. Hands out here or keep here for balance. Forward. See how my leg stays up? It doesn't go down. You're keeping it hip width distance from the other leg on the ground. Forward and back. We've got 10. 10 and back. 9 and back. 8 and back. 7, you're doing great. Back. 6, little bit back diagonal. Really get it back there so you use your leg. 5, good. 4, squeeze your glute. Try not to move your hips. 3, you're doing amazing. 2, we're going to hold it back there on 1. Hold it back. Squeeze your glute. And you're going to pulse it straight up for 20. 20, 19, 18. Relax your shoulders. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's just hold one more time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're done with this side. Whew, how is that? Nice. You can give it a little bit of a push here, a little bit of a massage if you want to. So we're moving, we're doing the whole thing on the other side, and we're going to do a really nice big stretch, and we'll finish off this series with some intense bar abdominals. I'll just teach you some of those. You're doing great. You're so close to being done. Let's do the other side. So carry the bar. Well, I didn't mean the bar, I meant the ball. Carry the ball with you and place it here underneath your ribs. Or again, use a pillow, you can use a towel, or you can lay all the way down, but if you lay down, it's so important that your head and tailbone stay in a straight line. There's a tendency when people lay down to do this, especially if they're watching. So make sure you're in a straight line, just like this. So remember the top one, you lift the leg up, then you bring the heels together. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can lift the feet up off the ground. But if you lift the feet up and you have the band on, that's going to be really hard. Hold it up there, and let's do 20 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. hold it, 20, down, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, keep your hips in line, 2, 1, 2, good, run, we've got 15 more, go up, 14 more, you're doing great, 2, don't let your hips move, so this top hip does not move towards your face, it does not move away from the other hip, it just stays in line with this one, 2, 1, 2, make sure it's not creeping up towards your ear, 1, 2, woo, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 10 more, you've got 10, up, down, you've got 9, keep breathing, 8, 7, you want to feel it right here, 6, nice and slow, 5, again you can lay down if it's starting to hurt your neck, 4, keep your core engaged, 3, doing great, 2, yes, and 1, awesome. So I'm going to lay all the way down right here and take the top leg straight in line with my hips. Then I'm going up and down for 20, for 19, for 18. You don't have to lay down, 17. You can still be here, 16. Make sure your hips are stacked, 15. This is a lot harder position, 13, 12, 11, 10. You're doing great, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep my head and tailbone on a straight line, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1, let's go down, slow, up, slow, down, slow, up, slow, for 10, bring it up, for 9, bring it up, for 8, for 7, for 6, you're doing good, 5, 4, yes, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now it's going in front of you, behind you. Grab the ball if you want it. In front and behind. In front and behind. Yes, you can squeeze the ball. It's going to help. Or you can move your hand here. 10 more. 10. Keep your leg up. So notice I don't drop my leg down. So it doesn't touch my other leg. It stays as if I were standing in a hip-width distance position from the bottom leg. That's 8. Here's 7. 6, you look great. 5, nice. 4, yes. 3, amazing. Right here, you want to feel it. 2, hold it right behind you on 1, and let's pulse it for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Hips nice and wide. Abs still engaged. You can still be here. 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Nice. Bring it in. So now is the lucky time you get to take a stretch. Okay, so you're going to cross one leg over the other, this figure 4 type position, and lay down. So you lay all the way down, and the other leg comes up. Looks like this. Just pull a little bit into your chest. Deep breath. If it's not accessible for you to hold on here, that's fine. You're just going to take a little push here in your legs and push away. Big inhale, big exhale. Great, let's do the other side. Cross it over, little push right here. And exhale. Great. Pull your knees into your chest. Big breath in. Big exhale. Whoo! Slowly roll it up. Bring your feet together. Baddha Konasana, walk forward, take your arms down, head and tailbone straight line. Deep breath. You don't have to go as far forward as me. Maybe it's just here. That's a great place to stretch. Awesome. Let's take the legs out. They can be bent or they can be straight, whatever feels comfortable to you. Where do you feel like you can sit up straight and have the legs out? Maybe you might want to put a pillow or a ball right here behind you. Helps you to sit up a little bit straighter. And then you start to walk your your hands towards your feet and flex your feet. Think about a long, long straight back. Think about a head and tailbone in a straight line. Maybe this is as far as you go. Maybe you have the band. Maybe you want to use it, and that's great. You can wrap around both your feet or maybe 1 foot at a time. I'm going to show 1 foot. You can pull on the band, pull the elbows by the side, not too strong in the shoulders, just a little pull. So you can relax the shoulders. Use your biceps. Deep breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Take it up. Let's switch to the other side. Big inhale. Big exhale. Again, big inhale. Big exhale. Bring it up. Leave the legs straight, or you can fold the knees. If you want to sit up on a pillow, if this feels more comfortable, please go for it. You can do that. We're just going to take a side stretch. So you're going to take your arms right above you, and then you're going to open one to the back and one to the front. Try and straighten out the arms so they make a T as you twist in your ribs. Feel the fingertips pull away from each other. Relax the shoulders. Big inhale and big exhale. Back to the center. Other way. Feel the fingertips pull away from each other. Big inhale, big exhale. Back to the center. Awesome. That was sort of our not midway. That was a quarter way stretch. 3/4 way stretch. Because what you have next is some ball abdominal exercises. So if you don't have a ball, again, I'm going to say that you want to take a towel or a pillow. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it right here behind your lower back. So we're going to really work on this bar abdominal idea. So behind your lower back. Here might be a time when you want to use the bigger pillow, especially if you're very new to this, because the bigger pillow is going to give you a lot more leverage right there. If you have the ball, it goes behind your low back. So that's pretty close to the end of the spine. So when you lean back on it, see how far low it is on my back. I'm going to bend my knees and take my hands right here to my thighs. Now, if you don't have a ball or a pillow, that's okay. You can come to this position. So what we're working here is this engagement of the lower belly. We're going to feel like we can pull it in and up. We're working the transverse. The transverse pull in and up. It's like zipping up the core, in and up. It's a subtle little in and a subtle little up. So don't feel like it just squeeze extremely tight. Just an in and up, release. In and up, and then a release. So let's just try that in this position. You can take the ball, you can take the pillow, and all you're going to do is take an inhale, and you take an exhale, and you pull the belly in and up. Now the reason I take such a long exhale is I blow out all my air, but I continue even after my air is blown out to pull the belly in and up. Let's try it. We're going to do 5 together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. So that's the beginning of the bar exercise. We're going to start a little crunch. I'm going to get really, really close so you can really start to see this crunch. So you're right here. You have the inhale. You do the exhale. Then you pull up just an inch. Remember that inch? That's all we're doing. You can use your hands to help you a little bit. I'm going to put my hands down low so that you have access to see my stomach, but you can put your hands up high and they can help you a little bit. Not too much that you end up shrugging your shoulders. This is just a tiny bend. So hands down. We're going to try 10 with a crunch. I'm going to show you one the first time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Notice that I exhale and then I come up. So I exhale first, and at the end of the exhale, I do that tiny 1 inch. It's just 1 inch, so it's not big. Let's go. Here we go. We're going to do 10. 10. Inhale. Exhale. 9. 8. When you inhale, you release. 1 inch down. 1 inch up. Different ways to breathe. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. Take it up. Big exhale. Great. It can be a little dizzying at first because you breathe so much, or if you get a little dizzy from it, that's normal. We're doing 10 pulses now. Now what pulses do is they come to your point where you're at the end of the exhale, and then that's where you go a little bit pulse. A pulse breathes a little bit differently. It just goes exhale, exhale, exhale. On that exhale, you have to pull the navel in and up a little bit faster. On the inhale, you just let it go. So let me show you a little bit without us doing it together. So I'm going to get to that point. Stay here, and now I'm going to go exhale a little bit more. So I never get the full inhale. I get a tiny inhale. So yes, it's a exhale, exhale. There's a tiny inhale in between, but you don't need to focus on it. Your body will take that tiny inhale because it wants that little bit of air to keep going. So let's go. So let's inhale together. Take this little exhale. Now a little bit more, 10 times. Exhale. Tiny crunch. See my body move just a little bit. Navel to spine. In and up. 1 inch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo, that's a hard one. Let's take the ball and put it behind your upper back right here and lay down. We're just going to breathe here. Drop your head. And let your belly be open. One more. Take your hands behind your head. Here's our next crunch position. Legs are straight or legs can be bent. Relax the head, look at the ceiling. This is your upper body now. So what you're doing is you're just going up and down. But notice that my back stays on the ball. It does not come off the ball. It actually gives a little bit of a push into the ball. So my spine goes more deep into the push of the ball because I'm lifting my chest just an inch up. My gaze stays at the ceiling and my head stays relaxed in my hands. If I were to release my hands, my head would fall like that. That's how heavy your head is. So don't tuck the chin, don't lift the head. You're lifting the chest. Think chest. Up and down. Let's do 20. 20. 19. These are baby crunches. 18. 17. Right here. 16. 15. Awesome. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. Again, you can use a towel or a pillow for this. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Relax. Now, if you don't have a towel, if you don't have a pillow, if you don't have a ball, I'm going to do it how you can do it without that for these next 20. So get in your position. We're just doing 20 more. Then we're going to take a big stretch. No ball, no pillow. You're going to lift your head and your shoulder blades off of the ground. And you're going to stay here. And now you're going up maybe even half an inch. 1, 2. Do you see how small it is? I'm barely moving. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here. 9. You want to feel it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and release. Woo! Sometimes you can feel that all the way into your spine, and that's because we're getting really deep in the core. These are the abs that can hold up your neck. So when you sit up, if you tuck your chin in, then you pull your navel in, these abs can hold your neck up so that you don't actually have to use your neck. That's why these abs are such great abs to have, because they're connected to holding the neck. Just take your arms out into a goalpost position, and we're going to take a nice stretch right here. Arms out, knees up. Big inhale. Let your knees drop to the right or to the left. Maybe they go at a diagonal, maybe just one drops and the other stays up. What feels accessible to you? Maybe you need to put a pillow down and let your knees drop on top of the pillow. That's okay. Big breath. Big exhale. Close your eyes if you want to. Big inhale. Big exhale. Great, let's switch sides. Bring the pillow with you if you need to. Lift the knees up. Now let them drop. Arms are in goalposts, or they can extend out straight, but goalpost is a little better stretch for your pecs. Big inhale. Big exhale. Oh, maybe you want to sigh like that. Big inhale. Big exhale. Great. Back to the center. You don't need the pillow. We're going to just stretch your legs. Pull your knees into your chest. Sit one foot down and flex your other foot. Grab on behind your bicep. Just try to do this by keeping your shoulders down. Pull a little bit on the leg. Or maybe you can get a little bit higher. I actually prefer to pull right below my knee. You just don't want to pull on the knee, so not here, either below or above. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Flex your toes and then point your toes. Flex your toes and then point. So you're pointing through your ankle. It moves. Flex, point, flex, point. Good job. One more time. Flex, point. Let's do the other side. Take your hands behind the thigh and pull it towards you. If this is as far as you go, that's fine. If you can start to straighten up the leg, that's great. Flex your toes and point your ankle. Yep. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, and point. Good. Knees go together and roll over. And lift yourself up. Great. Come to a seated position. Again, if you need to sit on a pillow, it's there. Last thing we'll do here is stretch your head. Sit up nice and tall and drop your head to the right or the left. Let your shoulders be relaxed. You don't need to push them down. Just let them be relaxed. Think of sitting in a tall head and shoulder, and then the head just drops. Lift it back up. Feel free to close your eyes if you want to. And the other side. Lift it back up. Reach your arms behind you. It looks like this. Fingertips are on the ground. Bend your knees. You're going to lift up your heart. This is going to stretch your back. And then also drop your head if it feels okay and safe for you. When you're ready to come out of it, you tuck your chin in. Maybe stay here for a moment and just breathe. Arms reach behind you. Thank you, you're done. So that's the foundations of Barre. That was our second class of that one. Thank you for joining me. Bye.